So the big question is this: how do voiceover artists like us who are looking to take our careers to the next level, but don't buy into the claims of needing expensive equipment and demos, start bringing in new clients? How do you follow a clear path to changing your voiceover side hustle into your full-time job and stick it to those that said you couldn't? Those are the questions, and this podcast will give you the answers. My name is Earl Hall, and welcome to In the Booth with Earl Hall, where we know how to grind and don't quit. Hey, good morning, guys. Welcome in. It is Wednesday morning. So glad to be back in the house. You know, it's crazy here. I am still getting underway, just getting back from the whole holiday thing. Yesterday was a debacle. See, I'm still trying to get ready here. Yesterday was a debacle, going to pick up my family from the airport all the way down in Chicago. But hey, we're all here. We're all good. And thank God for that. Live call-in number right at the bottom of your screen, 657-333-1494 is the live call-in number. So you can go ahead and get in my call queue if you so choose to do that. And I will be taking your questions live on the air today and your comments as well.
Press 1 to hear important instructions.
Okay, so now we've got the call thing going.
Your show will go live in 5 seconds.
All right, guys. Hey, what's going on, guys? All the people over on YouTube, all the people over on Facebook, everyone logged in on Twitter, Periscope, however it is we're going to call it. What's up, John? What's up, Scott? Who's over on Facebook with us this morning? Let me just take a quick gander over there. And I got a notice on Facebook this morning, and I got to send out this quick comment here. Katya put up something that I just noticed today. I think she put it up. Oh, actually, she just put it up today. And I'm going to ask her, is there a link for this? And I'm going to tell you what this is all about. Apparently, all right, now this is according to Katya. This has not been verified by the powers that be. But apparently, so Katya posted this up in the group, the Steps to Voiceover Success group, on this morning, all caps. Important changes about Fiverr. From 15th of January 2018, a new criteria in order to become a level 2 seller will take place. You will need to have made 1,500 pounds. I guess that's about 1,600 US dollars, I think. So if you are a level 1 seller right now, I strongly suggest trying to get to level 2 as quickly as possible before the 15th of January. So I'm going to wait, and hopefully Katya's online. She'll send me a link, because I actually want to post that link to all of you. And if you're not a member of the Facebook group at stepstovoiceoversuccess.com, it's definitely somewhere you want to make sure that you join up at. And it's free to join. All you have to do is become a member at stepstovoiceoversuccess.com. You can become a free member, and then I will give you access to the Facebook group as well, so that you can, get involved with the discussions that are going on over there. It's a very active group, and love the interaction over there. Love the helpful things that go on over there as well, from people interacting. I'm super excited still because, as many of you did, I ordered my grind and don't quit gear. I actually ordered mine on Saturday, and it should be here tomorrow. So I'm hoping to be sporting that gear on this coming Friday, which will be good. It'll be a good Friday thing. Maybe I'll just wear my grind and don't quit t-shirt every Friday, and that'll be the thing that I do. All of you folks that have ordered the gear for Grind and Don't Quit, and if you want some gear, just go to the website, stepstovoiceoversuccess.com, and you can go ahead and get your Grind and Don't Quit gear right there. There's a link right at the top of the website. All of your VO gear, you can get right there on the website too. So yeah, all the information right there, stepstovoiceoversuccess.com. So all of you guys that are getting all of this gear that you ordered on Black Friday, on Cyber Monday, rather, I should say, you're going to be getting your stuff this week. I want to see some pics. I want to see you posting your gear. You know, I know some of you guys have ordered microphones. I know a bunch of you have ordered the DBX286S. Microphone stands, of course, your t-shirts for Grind and Don't Quit. I expect to see some massive pictures taken and posted in the Facebook group, and tag me in it, because I want to make sure that I see that. And I might even repost some of you guys' pics as well, even over on my Instagram, So wherever you are, Instagram, Facebook, make sure that you're following me and all that. If you're on Instagram, you can just follow me at Earl Hall Studio. That's how you find me on Instagram. So I post there a couple of times during the week as well. All right, so let me just go back over here. What's up, Sam? Good to see you. Phoenix in the house. All right, yes, they are. Phoenix is even saying they're changing up the doing regular checkups to ensure you still qualify for the levels you're listed at. That's amazing. That means they're looking for the people that are working. They're looking for the people that are actually providing services to their customers. And that's one of the big key things that I've tried to tell everyone about working, especially with Fiverr. Fiverr seems to be like the big boy that's out there in regards, just adjusting my mic here. Seems to be one of the big boys in regards to, where many of us voiceover artists go to try and acquire work, albeit that some of us don't get paid as much as others. But that's all in how you position yourself on Fiverr as well. But you have to understand, and if you don't understand this, you need to understand this very, very clearly. The people that you do work for on Fiverr are not your clients. They're not. They're the clients of Fiverr. You are a service provider for Fiverr to their clients. And that's why they are so protective of it. That's why you can't call them up. You're not supposed to email them. You're not supposed to discuss things outside of the Fiverr environment because it's not your client. You actually didn't go out and get that client. Fiverr went out and got that client through their marketing and sales stuff and videos that they post on places like Facebook and other social media stuff to get people that need services provided to come and join their site. So make sure that, and there's nothing wrong. Believe me, I'm not even taking a dig at Fiverr on that. That's just a business move on their part. But you need to understand that that's how it is. When you're doing work for any freelance site, the client is not actually yours because you don't have the permission or the right to go after those clients one-on-one. Now, of course, there's ways around that. And you can, some folks do that. It was funny because when I first went on freelance site, the first freelance site I ever went on was Upwork. That was the very first freelance site I went on. And I was naive and I didn't read the rules and blah, 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 blah. And I wound up getting kicked off of Upwork for like 72 hours because someone, and it could have been Upwork for all I know. Well, no, it wasn't because I actually got paid for it. Someone wanted me to do a voiceover job and they just asked in the communication on Upwork, hey, can we do this job outside of Upwork? And I said, sure we can, no problem. Well, it's Big Brother out there for monitoring from all of these freelance sites. They're looking at what the communication is because they're concerned about their business and they're concerned about their clients and they're concerned about you as a service provider. And one of the main rules, which I didn't know, but you can't claim ignorance on all this stuff all the time. But I did claim ignorance because I didn't know. So I had to write an apology to Upwork. I had to tell them basically I wouldn't do it again. And I didn't know that was the rule. I had to go through all this rigmarole, but it was my fault. I was wrong. I didn't abide by the rules of the site that I was a part of. And so you got to be careful about a lot of things like that when you're working on these different freelance sites. But with what's coming up with Fiverr, and if these changes are correct, that Katya has listed inside of the group, Fiverr can be a tremendous source of revenue. I'm not the biggest proponent of freelance sites. I'm a much bigger proponent, as all of you know, of email marketing. That's really where my focus is on email marketing because it has always been the thing that has gotten me most of the work that I've gotten. Email marketing for me is, represents about 90 to 95% of my business. Agents represent about 5%, and maybe freelance sites represent about another 4 to 5%, of my business. And then you've got like 1 or 2% that is just people calling me because they found or they saw me on YouTube or whatever. But you can make a tremendous amount of money if you position yourself correctly on some of these freelance sites. And if you're not scared, one of the things that I've been saying a lot, especially in my communications with many of you, with my one-on-one consulting that I do, is that you've got to charge more because you want to attract a certain type of client. A perfect example was yesterday. during, my debacle of yesterday of going back and, going to the airport to pick up my family. And it was a debacle because there was so much traffic. I was literally stuck in traffic for an hour and a half. And, my family, but anyway, so I get an email while I'm traveling, and, the email in my car reads my emails for me. So don't get it twisted. So anyway, so my car is reading my email, get an email from a client, and they're asking me about how much I'm going to charge for this script that they just sent me over that I told them I would have done for them by tomorrow, Thursday of this week. And I said, just let me know what your budget is and we'll see what we can do. And I'd said that already before, but they kept coming back. Well, how much do you charge for this? And I wouldn't give in. I wouldn't relent. I just said, look, what's your budget on this? Because I really wanted to know where they were. And I've just gotten to the point where, I guess I get enough business, so I'm not scared about scaring people off. So anyway, they come back, and this is about maybe 200, 300 words. And they come back and literally say, I hope this isn't insulting, but will $100 cover it? So I'm looking at this and, I get settled and whatever, get back to the house, and I'm looking at this and I'm like, so I respond back and I say, this is not an insult at all. I said, but for this type of script, you're looking at $250 to $300, if not more. Since you guys have been, sending me, regular work, I'll do this particular job for you for $200. Does that work for you? Should I continue on? They immediately respond back, oh, sure, no problem. And they responded back so quickly, I was like, damn it, I should have said $300. And, and it's like that. When people want to work with you, they'll work with you. And always know that the budget is not the budget. Just always know that. The budget that they say is not the budget. But what happens is we're scared to ask for more money. And I've learned over the years that I've been doing this that, look, if you want to get paid what you feel you're worth, then you need to ask for it. You need to demand it. And there's nothing wrong with you saying, no, I can't do this particular job for that amount of money. And I mean, I do like this client. They've sent me work before. And so it wasn't that big of a deal. And I'm sure I'll get work from them, but at least I've set kind of a precedent with them that they know you're not getting this for on the cheap, and $100 would have been on the cheap. Quite frankly, it should have been more, like I said, $250 to $300 for me to do that. I would have felt like that was fair. You may feel like more was warranted or less or whatever, but you're in the driver's seat with this. And so many times I think people don't realize this. You guys don't realize you're in the driver's seat for this, as far as what you're going to be paid for. Because the thing about the pricing and everything else, when it comes down to it, if you accept a job for less money than what you feel it's worth, you're going to hate doing that job. You're not even going to want to do it. You're not going to want to turn your microphone on. You're just going to want to not do it. And I've been there before. And that's why I think when you're working on sites like Fiverr or Upwork or a couple of others, and I'm going to be researching some stuff too, because, by the way, you folks heard me yesterday. I think it was yesterday morning. I came on earlier than normal because, again, I had to go to O'Hare Airport I drive from Milwaukee down to Chicago to go pick up my family. So I did my broadcast yesterday at about 7 a.m., which probably shocked a bunch of you, but I didn't want to go a day and not have some content out there for you guys to take a look at. But the thing that is moving forward, I mentioned on yesterday about a magazine that I'm going to be producing, and it's coming to fruition. You guys will know when I say something, it's normally going to happen. I don't sleep on stuff. So, Maya's saying, oh my God, I just got my equipment. I'm geeked out. Maya, I want pictures. I want pictures posted in the group. In the Facebook group. I want to see what you got, Maya. I want to see what you got. All right. Because I'm excited too. I mean, getting gear is exciting. Okay, what was I talking about? The magazine. All right, the name of the magazine, and I'm waiting for a confirmation back because I have a pretty big voiceover artist that's been in for decades and decades. Once I get his approval to do his interview, and he's a pretty good friend, so I'm sure he'll do it, but I don't like to put stuff out there and I haven't gotten the approval. It's like if he texts me back, like during the broadcast, I'll literally show you the cover. of the magazine because we produced the cover of the magazine this morning and I wanted to give him a snapshot of what it would look like. But the name of the magazine is VQ Quarterly. It's VQ, Voiceover Quarterly. That's the name of the magazine, VQ, with VQ. And Voiceover Quarterly. We're going to put out this magazine once a quarter, so it's going to be 4 times a year. You're going to be able to subscribe to it online. I'm not sure about the pricing yet. It's not going to be anything, stupidly ridiculous as far as costs go, but we've got to cover some costs with that. And we're going to be getting advertisers and things like that to go ahead and submit for the magazine. I already know the things that I'm going to put in the first quarter magazine. So it's like right now, I'm literally putting together a magazine, writing a book, producing a radio show every freaking day, doing coaching just about every day of the week, except for Wednesday. You guys may notice my calendar is closed on Wednesday. I do not do anything on Wednesday as far as consulting because that usually takes up pretty much about 2/3 of my day. When I do consulting, my calendar gets full very, very quick. And that's why I always tell people, make sure you go in, set your date that you want, because if you sleep on it, somebody else is going to get your date and it's just going to push you back that much farther. So make sure that you keep that up to date. So, excuse me. And then on top of all of that, doing about 5 to 7 on average voiceover jobs a week. Yeah, I'm busy. I'm working here. And part of the big push about that is because you guys know, I talk a lot about the grind and don't quit mentality. You got to have it. If you're going to build this thing, you got to have the grind and don't quit mentality. It's the thing that's going to get you through. It's the thing that is going to get you over in so many circumstances. I'm seeing so many different comments come in. Let's see. Maya's saying, I got what Earl recommended, the Focusrite Solo Studio. Awesome. Awesome. All right. I can't wait. Pictures. I want to see the pictures. This is like we're getting newborn babies around here with gear, so it's amazing. All right, guys, if you've got questions or comments for me today, go ahead and the live call-in number is right at the bottom of your screen. It is 657-383-1494. If you call and you want to get into the queue to ask me a question, all you have to do is press number 1 and you'll be in my call queue and I will see you there and I will bring you in live on the air. And you will be in the booth with Earl Hall. So many things are coming up for 2018 that I'm so excited about. And I mentioned the magazine, obviously the book that I'm in the midst of writing as well, which every day more and more ideas come to me about that. And I'm looking at, and you guys heard me talk about this on Monday, it's like a slowdown. And I can feel, it's like I can feel it. There's a slowdown because it's the end of the year and people are saying, oh, I'll just pick it up in 2018. I'm not worried. I'll pick it up in 2018. I'll tell you what, if you keep on the downstroke, if you keep going down, it's going to be real hard for you to pick back up in 2018. Unless you've built your voiceover career to the point where you can take a break. If you've built it to the point where you feel like you can take a break, then take a break. You don't have to grind and don't quit, I guess, every day. I mean, last week I did a little bit of grinding, last week during the holiday for Thanksgiving, but I kept it moving. But I did there were probably, out of the 7 days of last week, there were 2 days there's probably 1 day that I didn't do anything. And I'm not even sure if that's right because I'm always responding and replying on social media, so it's real funny. You guys email me all times of the day and night. And I think it's cool. I think it's cool as hell that you guys feel that comfortable to do that. And I want you to feel that comfortable to do that. And I respond when I can, I respond, well, you guys know how quickly I respond. You guys put comments on my YouTube channel and things of that nature. And my YouTube channel, the YouTube channel is just blowing up right now. We're approaching 1,400 subscribers, which is just completely blowing my mind, especially since we just hit 1,000 subscribers October 3rd of this year. We just hit 1,000. We're about to hit 1,400. So I'm super excited about that. All right. So Lenny is saying that he has a Focusrite. I like it. Been using it for a year now. Okay, cool. And let's see what else here. Let me hop over to Facebook, see what you guys got going on over there. It seems like I'm listening to myself and I'm watching myself, and I know that I've got all of this energy, and I figured out what it is. It's not coffee. Believe me, it's not coffee, because I know I seemed a little amped this morning. You guys may or may not know, I started my workout routine last week and I had mentioned that I got the business going in the direction that it needs to go, and I need to get my body and my health in the direction that it needs to go. And I'm looking to drop about 80 pounds. I'm looking to drop about 80 pounds over the course of however long it takes. And so every day, I wake up in the morning at 5 a.m. I go to the gym, come back home, take a shower, take the kids to school, and pop into the office. And so I've been doing this now for about a week now. I've been doing this, and excuse me, my energy level just seems to be going up, and I'm loving that. And I've always had a high energy level, but it seems like now it's coming out even more. So we're working on the health, our eating, my eating and things like that. And I think I mentioned last week, who's with me? Who wants to drop some pounds? And let's do this. I'm on camera, so you're going to see whether I'm losing weight or not. It's like my little chubby round face and everything, you're going to see that. And so you'll be able to tell if I'm losing weight or not. All right, let me just hop back over here. Once again, no one's talked to me the last couple times I've been on air. It's like you guys don't love me anymore or something, or whatever. But anyway, I'm just kidding. Now, if you want to call in, if you've got a question or a comment, go ahead and do that. 657-383-1494. If you want to get into the call queue, go ahead and press number 1, and we will get you into the call queue. I love Q&A in answering your questions. One, because it lets me know that, okay, you're looking to really do something different than what you've been doing before. And I have this platform here for anyone. It's free. It's like you can ask me your questions. You can leave comments or whatever. And if I see them, I'll acknowledge them. So I think it's always best for, if you've got a question, let's hash it out and give me a call so we can talk about it. You guys, and it's funny because I see you guys talking to each other in the chat. It's like you guys are talking to each other, and that just blows my mind as well. Just the way that the community is growing between Facebook and YouTube, and even Twitter from time to time pops in with a comment. So I always like that. But anyway, getting back to the whole thing with the Fiverr and the freelance sites, I think that what's going to happen in the next couple of years, I'm actually the next couple of months, those people that have really gotten grounded in how to use the freelance sites are going to be able to have that stream of revenue be pretty significant. And I talk a lot to the people that I consult with one-on-one about having those multiple streams of income. You want to have those multiple streams. You want to have your email marketing on point. You want to have your freelance stuff on point. You want to have an agent, or actually you can have as many agents as you want, quite frankly. You can have as many agents as you want to hopefully send you work. But I tell you what, and I say this in all seriousness, there's no humility needed when I say this. The clients that you get all on your own are going to be the best clients that you have, and they're going to pay you the most money. This is why email marketing is so significant, and this is why that direct marketing style that I teach, going directly to the client, as opposed to waiting around for an agent or waiting around for something to happen on a freelance site. When you're doing direct marketing, you're going directly to the source. And sometimes I think people have a little intimidation about doing that, and you shouldn't. These are, I think I had a conversation last week or the other day with one of my students, and I was like, you don't have to be scared to call up the person in charge at whatever company. There's no reason. They're just a person. You're not calling a company. You're literally calling an individual that you may have the solution to their problem. Really, you may have the solution to their problem. And so many times I used to say, and I think I might change this saying, how voiceover artists are commoditized. It's like, if you got one, you got us all. It's like being a voiceover artist has become a commodity, but I think it's partially our fault that we do that, because we don't value ourselves. We don't value what it is that we ourselves. That's why we only charge $5 on Fiverr. That's why we only charge a little bit of money for voiceover, because we don't think we're worthy of more than that. And it's a mindset. It is definitely a mindset. If you've done voiceover at least for the past 6 months to a year, you've gotten 3 or 4 or 5 or 20 different jobs, you're not a newbie at this anymore. You've gotten paid to do work. And so now you need to look at ramping up, and you may need to do some you may need to do an equipment overhaul. You may need to do a software upgrade as far as maybe you want to go from Audacity over to Adobe Audition. You might want to go from, a Blue Yeti to I don't know, a condenser mic or whatever. I've got an issue with Yetis. I'm sorry. And I had to say this the other day to one of my students. I'm prejudiced against the Yeti. I am. If it works for you, it works for you. But I look at that microphone and I say to myself, no. And I hear so many people raving about the mic, but we can be pretty snooty, up our nose at certain things in voiceover. And I know that. And it's an industry that people can really get kind of shishi about, kind of uppity about in regards to gear and equipment. And I'm never like that, but there's something about that damn Blue Yeti I just don't like. And people rave about this microphone, whether it's the Blue Yeti or whatever. It's got the name Yeti in it. I don't know. It just bugs me. And I could be completely off, but it's just one of those prejudices I have in regards to microphone. Yep, I'm going to be I already cut the bread and the sugar out. Yep, doing that. That's the immediate thing. I know that's what it's all about. And in the gym 3 times a week, sometimes 4, Lenny? No, I'm in the gym twice a day. Twice a day. I started that, or I'm starting that today. I've gotten my body acclimated to working out. And so in the morning, what I'm going to be doing is my weights and a little bit of, probably a little bit of work on the treadmill, but mostly on the weights. And then in the afternoon, like when I leave here and I pick up my kids from school and get home, it's going to be more along the lines of, what do they call it? Like, I don't know. I may do something like Insanity. I have those tapes. When I lost a lot of weight the first time around, I used Insanity as a big part of what it was that I was doing, and was surprised that at my age I could actually do it. So it's a 2 time a day thing for me at this point. And so by January, you guys should start seeing some differences in my face. I'm committed to this. As committed as I am to this business and committed to you guys, I'm committed to dropping this weight. So you're going to see, and just like you guys have seen me build this business, you're going to see me reduce the body fat in my body. So I got to have you guys cheering me on for that. And I can't hide. It's not like I do a freaking daily talk show. I can't hide from you guys on this. Now back to the whole thing, the mindset in regards to what you guys all of us are going to have to be aware of is that we've got to stop commoditizing ourselves. We've got to stop commoditizing ourselves in our pricing and in the things that we do. All right. It looks like I got another comment in here from, I think Katya just put up a comment. Katya, did you put up the link? Let me just see here to that issue with Fiverr. Here it is. All right. I'm going to the link now. And what I'll do is, the link is already, I'll post it under the Facebook link. So and I'm hoping you can see this even if you're not a member of Fiverr, but I'm going to post the link in YouTube right now in the comments. So there you go. And then I'm gonna go back over here to Facebook and post this link right in the comments under the video that we're doing. Let me just go back to that page. But yeah, if you guys have comments, numbers right there. Or if you've got questions, go ahead and give me a call. I would love to talk to you guys this morning. I haven't talked to anyone since the holiday, on the show anyway. All right, so let me just scroll back down here. And I'm putting this in the comments. Oh, Katya already did it. Okay, thank you, Katya. I appreciate that. All right, so now I'm going over to the actual page on Fiverr that talks about the new criteria for this. And let's just see. Is it just an image? I think it might just be an image. Oh, it's a video. It's a video. So you guys are going to have to watch this video. Or you know what? I can actually play it. You guys want me to play the video? I can play the video. All right, let's do a screen share and I will play the video and we will hear what Fiverr has to say about this. And let me make sure the volume is on for desktop. let's do a little transition and let's listen.
Hi, we wanted to let our sellers know that we've updated the seller level system. Our community keeps growing and evolving, and our goal is to represent the talent on our platform in the best possible way. Starting January 15, 2018, sellers' account will be evaluated once a month. We will look at the seller performance and progress throughout a period of 60 days. In the new section of the Analytics page, sellers will be able to view their current level along with the date of their next evaluation. Here, sellers will find the standard they need in order to maintain their level. The response rate, order completion, and on-time delivery should be 90% and higher in the last 60 days. And the rating should be 4.8 and higher in the last 60 days. Here, sellers will find the standard they need in order to move up a level, which includes their seniority, overall orders, and earnings. In addition, sellers will need to make sure they are not violating Fiverr's terms of service, as we aim to keep our marketplace safe and fair. The top rate level will be granted after a manual review. That will take place on the day of the evaluation. For more information, view our level page at fiverr.com/levels.
Okay, well, it looks like that's what we got going on right now. Let me just turn this off here. See, this is why I need someone to help me do this stuff here anyway. All right, so now we've seen that things are going to be changing at Fiverr. And once again, if you want to check out that video, I saw that it was stopping and starting sometimes. Not sure why. It seems Vimeo does not work as well as like YouTube. Vimeo seems to take up a hellacious amount of bandwidth for whatever. It seems I always have trouble playing Vimeo videos, whether it's on my phone or whether it's on my computer or whatever. But this is going to be something that is going to obviously affect a lot of folks that are using Fiverr. Not that it should be a bad thing. And so many times when there's changes that are made to any existing thing, people think it's bad. And this is why I talk about so many times when I deal with students, I tell them, you've got to own your own platform. You've got to own your own platform. You don't own Fiverr. You don't own Facebook. You don't own, if you don't own your own domain, you're having a free website. When someone makes a change in a policy, you have no control over that. You've got to own your own real estate. And I believe that's why so many voiceover artists that are out there have such tremendous success with email marketing, because you own the platform. If you own your email, you own your domain, you own your website, the traffic comes to you. There's nothing preventing you from going directly to where you need to go and having that same traffic come directly to you. Whereas if you do something wrong on Fiverr, like I got my hand smacked on Upwork, it's not mine. It's not my platform. So, the changes that are coming to Fiverr, it could be all good. It's going to weed out some folks, I can tell you that. It's going to weed out a ton of folks that are just hanging out and not doing anything. And, so it could be a very good thing. I'm going to take a closer look at it. And it may be one of the things that I actually write about in the magazine upcoming and give some tips and tricks and hints on things that you may want to do. The magazine is going to drop at the end of December, right around the same time that the book is going to drop. So, excuse me, there's a lot of work, obviously, to do. All right, guys. Well, I've had a great time here. If you've got a question or you want to call in, now would be the time to do it because I'm about to go off air. So if you guys want to call in, the number's right at the bottom of your screen. If you've got a question or comment, go ahead and do that. 657-383-1494. If you want to get into my call queue, go ahead and press number 1, and I will see you there, and I will bring you online. So I'm going to check out some last comments here over on YouTube. Let's see. Matthew is asking, Earl, what about the Rode NT